So hello everyone, welcome to this session of Waking Yoga by Lama Lodu Rinpoche. And of course, Lama Lodu Rinpoche has been teaching all across the world for 50 years and with students and devotees in many continents all over the planet. So at the request of one student, long-term student Rinpoche, he's giving the instruction on waking yoga. And so usually when we wake up, as most beings do, we do so with an afflicted mind that is filled with confusion, fear, and expectations. And these many emotions continually bind us to samsaric activity and suffering. But with the practice of waking yoga, we can alter the situation and transform ordinary illusion into pure vision. So Rinpoche will explain this practice and to the best of its ability. So thank you, Rinpoche, for giving these teachings. And this is specifically the tradition of the Shangpa Kagyu and Karma Kagyu. These teachings are available at no cost, and so there is no tuition whatsoever. Everyone is urged to attend, as you know, whoever is serious to learn and practice. If you are interested and motivated and wish to support the KDK Dharma Center with its many expenses for both the Fell Street Temple as well as the KDK Retreat Land, you are welcome and encouraged to make a contribution at the KDK PayPal link. That is listed on the KDK, on the flyer on the kdk.org homepage. And you can also dedicate this for any specific purpose. So without further, I'll go ahead with the supplication for teaching prayer. Lama Rinpoche, Dagi Chiwo Pede Denju, Gone Jizonde, Kuzon Tuge, Ngodol Todol Regain Danye Tomai Noje Tenyo Pinga Zundo Shuk Ranje Wasai Deje Yeshe Ko Chabda Dorje Changla Sowadem Doje Zumu Gyawai Kunge Yum Mona Rupe Genjen Kalasho Galden Namlai Jogi Ngodo Jizien Nego Mala Sowadem Zame Denge Gibe Dharma Shudu Lamzo Kanwe Zindanchen Zame Kandu Yonge Zojema Denge Nodu Shala Sowadem Chiwe Yunten Namge Tadanya Nampe Drape Pabu Kondo Kyab Shagye Jene Jo Metre Nime Doje Jabla Sowatem Nima Tabu Jovlu Mumbaza Dawa Dabu Kenze Kyugoge Tuden Ada Doje Dembashe Sona Jume Shabla Sowatem Zomlo Lingo Nima Tabu Trak Doje Do Sanje Chendeze Tsupe Duki Tamje Kempasho Jime Jume Shabla Sowadem Sozum Rinje Dolmon Tsepale Yende Lumbo Lingje Unato Drupa Lajo Jewe Kengyo
Rajen Zembe Shabla
Sowa
Ade
Yele Kunjo
Kinjoin Tobe
Tobe
Tempa
Tempala
Yuzon
Tuzon Renda
Denda Delve
Dove Kadropche Tatu
Taltu Nade
Nade
Mozra
Moza
Jubeko
Drupeko Kyungpo
Kumbu
Naljor
Nenjara
Chabla
Shabla
Sowa
Sowa Me
Drame
Kone
Zonye
Zonye
Pelgi
Palge
Tam
Kizo
Kezo Janjo
Janjo Zemba
Zemba Wanjo Shing Ranje
Raje Denyi
Zonye
Pala
Pela
Lonje
Lonjo Pa Ranjo
Ronjoy Gunjai
Ganja
Shabla
Jabla
Sowa
Sowa Sami
Sami Jabe
Ape Namda
Namdara Jazo
Yazole
Solte
Sote
Chute
Chute
Debe
Jepe
Lambe
Lampe Tu
Dadan
Dadan
Delje
Pelje
Jizon
Jejun
Jimba
Jenodne Kyukie
Kyugye
Nanta
Nanta
Zede
Zedre Ngenche
Ngoje Sho
Jizun
Chezun
Kyungpo
Kyumbo
Lome
Nume Kagyu
Kagye
Sho
Dogen
Drogun
Jitsu
Jizo Pede
Pede Tenjo
Tenjola Tuje
Tuje
Gunje
Ginje Mepe
Mepe Kajwengi Shodan
Shodan
Dumo
Dumoy Modo
Nodo Zodo
Zo
Zo Kewa
Kiwa
Kundu
Dindu Yonda
Da
Lama
Lama Dang Dreme
Amen
Chuki
Jige Bala
Pela
Lonje
Lonje Jing Sadan
Sadan
Lamki
Lamge Yende
Yunde
Ramso
Ramzone Dorje
Dorje Changi
Changi Gopang
Gopan
Nuto
Nuto
Sho
Sho
Zangye
Sonje
Chodan
Chedan
Sogi
Soge Chona
Chonam La Janjo
Junjo
Bado
Bado Dani
Dani Kyabzo
Yaso
Chi Dage
Dage Genzo
Genzo Gebe
Ibe
Sonam
Senam
Ki
Dolar
Drola Benje
Benje
Zanye
Sonye Dobar
Jobarjo
Sho
Zanye
Sanje
Chodan
Chedan
Zogi
Zoge Chona
Chonam La
Gunjo
Janjo
Bado
Bado
Dani
Dani Kyabzo
Yaso
Chi Dage
Dage Genzo
Genzo Gebe
Ibe Senam
Sonam Ki Drola
Dola
Benje
Benje Sonje
Zanye
Dobar
Jobarjo Zanye
Sanje
Chodan
Chedan
Zogi
Zoge Chona
Chonam La
Donjo
Janjo Bado
Bado Dani
Dani
Yaso
Kyabzo Chi Dage
Dage Genzo
Genzo
Gibe
Gebe
Senam
Sonam Ki
Dola
Drola
Benje
Benje
Sanje
Zanye
Dobar
Rupa Shok Tsashi Pocho Jojo Medo Rirab Ninjin and Gembat Sangye Jindu Mete Powai Tokunanda Jinla Jopa Jo Semchen Namge Zambad Loye Jedra Jetawa Chechun Tumun Tepai Choki Kolo Kodozo.
This everybody hearing this chanting or just you chanting this?
Should be everybody.
You hearing my chanting?
Yes.
We doesn't chant together look like a kind of part.
It's almost impossible with Zoom.
Really?
Yes. Two people chanting together. We have different times. And so
I see.
So technically not really allowed to chant together, but we do our best.
Oh, I see. So that was the reason I see we are chanting was different. Maybe next time we can try it differently, maybe. Okay, I will start now. So
Thank you.
You need to switch. Okay, not same.
Let's see. You should be visible to everybody. Oh, here we are. There. Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you. Lama da kunju omen chigi ingi purane tusun songi kingi ngo ransom chugu wansum tenze ba tsawe lame shabla so Lama da kunju Rinpoche namba sumgi dada simje tamje lo chusu dowar jingi lobdu so chu lamdu dowar jingi lobdu lam chulba salwar jingi lobdu so chulna ishi tu charwar jingi lobdu so Lama da kunju Rinpoche namba sumgi dada simje tamje lo chusu dowar jingi lobdu so chigi lamda tu lam chulba salwar jingi lobdu so chulna ishi tu charwar jingi lobdu so Lama da kunju Rinpoche namba sumgi Dada simje tamje lo chusu dowar jingi lobdu so chi lamdu dowar jingi lobdu so lam chulba salwar jingi lobdu chulna ishi so charwar jingi lobdu so toburangi dowar jingi lobdu so tuje jingi memba jingi tende tabla kebar jingi lobdu so dreze tenda dembar jingi lobdu so tui yerme debar jingi lobdu so kanza chuju dongi jiktena Deshi lomar jurpa kanza da tende tempe chigi charbe sing nyambar de batam je de shi Namo ayariya tambal kaya ke da lo da lejin ke tribum da mi ke nam da doa kingi da ke chembar tam je ke dun da ke che den do nam ga da nya sim je tam je la nam me ba ya ta ba zo bu song je ye ko ba ren mo je ne ja to bar cha yi che do tam be chi sam mo sem bar je wo nyam de tu ge ya da mo so da de sem bar sho de yang ka sem bar cha ye chu ne Shedu Niki Nang Sesu Druba Chabu Kap to Ngado Dayu Nanjoroshi Chayoge Te Dawala Ta Nejoro Gi Nyamtan Tembeya Tangwege Loju and the T Yori T Konetari Sheros de Lomanamgi Bekul Sepala Tene Rangi Machine rangi ngan shepi ki pakja kaayo patang tene chedo cheze la keje tene te ngana jubi dayo ne jugi Rinpoche shujin te sen ne tu nyamzo je ne ra yesim jengi te jachimbo yongo mendun da chede sembol shu so welcome all of you to this group I don't see you all here, but by now I know you're there. But today, some of our students who has been my student, and she's very devotee, she has questioned about this, and then she talked to the Lama Chuing, and the Lama Chuing telling me this, and I thought then we can put in the Zoom so everybody can hear this. So there's kind of cause to have this teaching class today. So thank you for Pema Kajima, who was requested teaching, and Lama Chuing to kind of make this possibility right now. Of course, KDK is the most important. They are the providing everything. This all needed. So thank you for all the board director, everyone. And so, of course, this yoga called awakening yoga. That's the one thing. But there's many different yoga. I think 6 different things categorizing there. Yoga like waking yoga, then also sleeping yoga, eating yoga, walking yoga. So like those things like Daoyuan nature, Chugin natures. First waking nature, then Veding yoga also. So the next one is then Tuki nature. Then it's Tungi nature, Sayu nature, then Nigi nature, then Chagbi nature. So there is something kind of 6 different kind of yoga. Yoga meaning the Naljor. Naljor means that is the mind have to constantly aware any activity. So down in nature means the activity that you are waking from the dream, sleeping. And then the tricky nature meaning you are bathing. And then also we call Tungi Naljor, it's the kind of session yoga. It's just the practice, whatever you're doing. Tungi Naljor. So then also like the post meditation, like silent Naljor, like eating yoga, walking yoga, and then it's sleeping yoga. And Chokling Rinpoche said that's, I don't know, I was explaining this now, but we'll see a little bit, I'll touch later, but that's the 6 Chokling Rinpoche. And so these different kind of 6 yoga is what you have to maintain in general, Vajrayana practitioner. In particularly when you go 3-year retreat, so this 3-year retreat was to be whole 3 year you have to be staying in this yoga. So you get 3 years continually aware and mindful with all these different stages of yoga. It's supposed to be 3 year, 3 months, and then you're supposed to have some kind of realizations. So that is the kind of design 3 years. So there's this kind of Naropa has said, but now the people say many different time, different things. But I think 3 years, 3 months, what this count. And so that means that will have the system up to our channel, bindu, wind, and then day by day you control. And then 3 years and 3 months, somewhat you can able to train your ordinary channel, ordinary bindu, ordinary bindu, and ordinary wind, or you can master over there. Then you have some kind of experience. Some could be realization completely. Some will have some realization. Some people have some kind of certainty. So big some level you're getting through this if you engage in sea yoga. So that the purpose they kind of lined up those different yoga, one have finished 3 year retreats, so should be remain on this yoga. You have to supposed to be, but I don't know anyone who can able to do it. Even though one session had to be control your mind. Every things you're changing different things, you change your mind, and that time you are lost to your mindfulness. So that makes you are not able to maintain. And because that's the reason we live in samsara. If we are so diligent, so faith and trust to Dharma actually, and then you have really all diligent and certainty of the different samsara is not really the where you can, go back. And now the time we can escape from the samsara. So therefore, every moment we should walk on the path of liberations. So somebody have the very certainty to the samsara is disgusted to some so sorrowful, painful. If really that know about samsaric suffering and really use certainty and you confident of that. And that kind of certainty can be get some diligent, some kind inspired to do these things. And that will be possible. Have somewhere you get this, you keep staying this way. But most time our mind is so crazy, very difficult. But still we can hearing these things make kind of inspiring, even if we cannot do it. So among the today we are kind of waking yoga. That's what we are supposed to be talk about. But I'm just line up. So there's different kind of yoga. But this, Dharma Naljor we call Dharma means arise from you are sleeping, and Dharma means Naljor means yoga. Whenever you raise from your sleep to wake up, you wake up not normally as people, and as your mind is uncontrolled and undisciplined, running around because at the night time your mind was not quite concentrated, and then you have lots of kind of going on in your mind. Even sometimes you're dreaming, you wake up, you make scare of dream what you dream. Sometimes you attach and cling in something good happening, so you're wandering back. So you don't have a waking yoga. That is not able to come to your mind. Normally someone would know how to do the yoga, and still we cannot able to bring our mindfulness because the due to renunciation is not enough. So therefore, we are not kind of encouraging, inspiring ourselves to dedicate to our mind to be positive, Dharma, and kind of focus to get liberation from this suffering and pain, because that is we are not really certainty of the samsara. That's the word. Make it. So normally people positive call narrow nature meaning. So sleeping yoga is the beginning. Your night time you sleep, you have to have some yoga there. You have to bring your mind control to some kind of specific visualization. If you have kind of nighttime before you sleep, you do your daily practice, whatever you practice, and up to a specific idam deities you are doing, and then in that case, that deities you should be cultivate before you go back to sleep. So that is, I will say, Jain is a practice. So my idam, my principal deities, and that's most of us easily that practice. So better to do Jain as idam, you know. It's also this kind of essence of all the Buddha and the Bodhisattva, because due to his embodiment of the all Buddha's compassions. So therefore, he is kind of combined of the all deities, combined of the all lamas, Bodhisattva, Buddha. So therefore, he is powerful, beneficial. So therefore, I would suggest idam practice change our Lokitishora. So I have to start from the beginning. Before you sleep, what do you do? As daily practice, you do any practice you do and dedicate, merit everything. So then you're ready to go back, and you sit quietly, not necessarily chanting the quietly, visualize Chenrezi Avalokiteshvara yourself. So you think you are sit on the lotus, full blooming white lotus, million, thousand multiple number and color of the lotus, and then on the lotus have the mundus, and then on the mundus you can imagine your mind is a free letter, free white Tibetan character, free white, bright and shining, but make sure that is not tangible. It's all transparency. So that is the word on my in mind, the essence of the all Buddha's compassion. And also that's what my two nature mind is also compassion. Also Buddha too. So this kind of combine of the all Buddha's compassion and all your nature mind in one letter free, imagining there, actually you can stay a little longer if you want, and then bright and shining, but not tangible, it's transparent. And certainly that really changed to change our Avalokiteshvara. His lotus position, he visualizing. And he has four arms, two arms joined hand to hand, and then against his heart, and the right arm is holding the crystal rosary, left arm holding the full blooming lotus branches. It's completely white, transparent. And the expression, his face is kind of very loving face. And the eyes is very compassionate, look, very compassionate, very care other beings. So then he has the wearing the silk, divine silk, different color, and also jewel and gem, part of his hand, necklace, and the different part of the body. You have the earring, and then also especially in the crown has 5 different kind of jewel crown, 5 different jewel crown, or the crown, and then that's the way you visualizing completely, which completed, but also this body is not tangible, it's a transparent. So this is kind of what you try to bring your best you can. You can laying down or beginning you sit in the bed, then slowly laying down, okay, but don't miss it, visualization continually, then you just kind of visualize the generation, and then you try to light shining from your heart, from the tree in the heart, then light go out from your body, multiple light, it go to the 10 direction Buddha and Bodhisattva and all the enlightened ones. Their wisdom and compassion pour multiple light coming from them to you, merge with you, then you get all the wisdom and compassion blessing from the old Buddha and Bodhisattva merging to you. You become in one with compassion, Avalokiteshvara. So then you can laying down, then you can try to keep thinking that way. It's a little difficult, one unusual, when not used to, and then because you laying down. So, but still mentally try to do your best. Then you can see you're kind of aware that you're sleeping. How far you're sleeping, deep or very gross level sleeping or deep level sleeping, or just a middle ear course. So each time you try to not forget form of generation until you going to really when you sleep, then you aware the stage of your sleep. Then you light from the tree, from your heart, shining all the world, become pure, perfect, pure land. And all the being is perfect, pure beings. All sound is perfect, pure sound. So you are transformed. All the this world is perfect world, perfect being, and perfect sound. But you mentally, all these are the illusion, not true existent. It is kind of not tangible. It is just kind of appearing there, like the rainbow. It's not true, but same time very vivid and clear. So now you're going to sleeping, begin to deeper and deeper, then dissolve all the perfect pure land to all pure beings. Then you get in deeper sleep, then also that all the beings, Buddha and Bodhisattva, male, female, all of them dissolve into you, Avalokiteshvara. That continually, you're going to processing, the sleeping is going deeper and deeper. And then you dissolve the Avalokiteshvara into the heart center tree. But in this case, you may not necessarily go through the all hung, me, pe, ma, ni, om, re, like that. You could go that way depending how you're too tired sleeping quick. And not tired sleeping is slow. So in case you can go through up to everything dissolve, you dissolve into the 6 silver mantra and the re. And then begin from the hung, dissolve into the may dissolve into the pay dissolve into the ni dissolve into ma dissolve into om dissolve into re. Then up to that, the re is beneath have some machung, we call a little bowl there. That dissolve into the rata was one of the character there. And that dissolve into the main body of the heart. And that dissolve in the head of the heart. Then again, top, one bowl there, kiku we call, that dissolve into small tiny that. This all stay, you have to remind that sleeping is going on, but don't forget this. So then up to all, you can hold it, that small that as you can, but in a mentally aware, don't clinging attached, but aware, your mind, awareness, completely aware, and that small that is awareness as well. So then you got deep sleep. That light, then that will disappear, then it will be you staying the clear light. All night, you're meditating. Especially you're staying in Mahamudra now. The sleeping yoga, that's called sleeping yoga, you see? So that's the kind of beginning of the first yoga before you sleep, because that will be helpful. The second yoga, you know. So you can stay with that case, you know, you will have clear light instead of stupid sleeping, ignorant sleeping. It's more clear light. The mind is bright and shining, you know, not only seeing everything yourself, but seeing much more, all everything. You know, so this kind of clear light we call. So if you can do that way, nighttime you're meditating better than even daytime. Daytime, lots of distractions. Nighttime, you just sleeping. Your mind is not distracted. But then due to our ordinary mind, always not disciplined mind, difficult mind, then it's very difficult to do it. Your mind well disciplined, good concentration, good abiding practice. I have the two understanding of two nature of the emptiness. All these contribute. In the meantime, where you're sleeping, on that point, you quite lots of things you can gain. You know, meditation. You know, normally, if we in a 60 year you live, 30 years you sleeping, 30 years awakening. So that 30 year and not 30, you know, I mean, for 60 year you are 30 years sleeping. And 30 years waking, 2 years, 60 years, you spend time in this world, 30 years only you awakening. But while you awakening, you're not doing good job either. Then 30 years sleeping at the same time, you're not doing good either, because 30 years daytime you don't do good. And that means nighttime you'll not do good job. Because daytime your mind's anger, jealous, greed, proud, hope, down. The ego wants to have mind, everything mind. That's the daytime we engage. So expect nighttime you have good sleeping yoga? No. But what you daytime doing is against your nighttime sleeping yoga. Therefore, daytime is very important to discipline. And then that habitual pattern bring nighttime easily you can make this yoga practice. No. So that is the kind of how you nighttime you practicing the yoga, nighttime yogas. So that kind of individual practicing really clear light meditations all have some kind of virtuous person, very kind person, for loving person. Those who have true loving, true kindness, that kind of cause the bodhicitta to arise all the time. So you may not have the clear light Mahamudra, but you may have the attitude is so strong, kind, and loving. So when you're sleeping, your bodhicitta is increasing, not decreasing. So nighttime you have to create lots of bodhicitta. So that is very important. Bodhicitta is very precious. You know, you have bodhicitta, you have bodhicitta mind. That mind is wishful feeling jewel. The bodhicitta is a mind, wishful feeling jewel. So become mind adopted to bodhicitta, then your mind become wishful feeling jewels. Fulfill everything you wish. You do have the bodhicitta, then you fulfill everything this lifetime. Then also fulfill your understanding, realization, progressing. Time go by, but you're progressing each minute, each hour, each day, each week, each month, each year. And then this will be your kind of final destination, arrived realization of emptiness. That's called bodhicitta, also called absolute bodhicittas. So relative bodhicittas lead to the absolute bodhicitta. So these people are also this kind of individual who have experienced greatly beneficial for them, and also they will able to adopt it, waking yoga. Simply easy. Even have great devotion, faith, and some sense of kind of loving compassion, good heart. And these people also, because they do it with good heart, good devotion, also have, maybe it doesn't go deep as I'm saying clear light, but this kind of mentality or such positive can be also very much useful to awaken yoga. And because also you can do very well too. What we do this lifetime is next life we'll find out. What I have done daytime is you find out nighttime. What nighttime you have your habitual pattern, and you find out next day too. So they kind of sustaining like this. So I was mentioning above before in the dissolving stage, pure land dissolved to all the pure beings. That all dissolve to yourself, then up to finally dissolve the 6 mantra, then dissolve to letter Re. So these are the dissolving stages, very important. When you drying, last week, Pardo teaching, we talk about dissolving stage. So this is the what we training ourselves. The dissolving stage, when at the time of the dry, this dissolving stage, the practice, what we're doing now, can be useful at the time of the dissolving stage at the die. It is same things. Actually, then when dying, it really dissolving. This time we are kind of visualizing. So this visualization is a training yourself to when actual come, you can recognize each of these. They finally, when a deep sleep, you get clear light. After completely dissolve all these different elements, then your mind naked. That clear light, what you during the sleeping, clear light is really a dawn or manifesting. They're then merging lifetime practice and actual true nature of the mind, clear light, merge into one. That's called you achieve state of the Vajrayana. So that is the one special the Vajrayana contribute. If you cannot get lifetime enlightenment, you'll get at the time of the death, you get enlightenments. But this achieve the enlightenment, lifetime you have to do it. Always great master who not concerned of money making and doing all kind of name and fame. Those great masters talk about renunciation all the time. Some master talk about renunciation, that means he really talking good things to you. But the renunciation involves you have let go, no attach. And some people doesn't like hearing this because I have wife, I have children, I have house, I have wealth, this and that. And he telling me let go this, how I can live. But these things, sooner or later when you die, you have to leave behind. You have to go along. So therefore, why not? You let go now. Then you have less suffering, less pain. Then you have more opportunity while dying or up to the dead in the Pardo, you make liberation and chance there, you see. So those are the come through our practice. So that is the when you sleeping time, we have such an experience of. So now we say someone high level enlightened being, they live in the clear light, wake up with clear light. But ordinary, some bodhisattva, different level bodhisattva, maybe wake up. They need companions to wake up. And ordinary people like us, obviously we need some habitual parents. So we have to not have the realization, such high way to adapt it, our mind into like that. But at least we can cultivate and motivate it. While we are sleeping, we are confused. Maybe not able to bring our mind so concentrated as we say. But still, out of this confusion mind, destruction mind, wake up with destruction and confusion. But you can aware, you mentally, you can make the, okay, I wake up now. Beginning to awaken yoga system, text should be there now. I didn't see the text here. Supposed to be have text there. So that's the first time. There's a word coming. So you see the Naljor means kind of yoga, waking yoga. Torang Gikapsu means early morning. And during the early morning, you have to have the waking yoga. So these, I see. As we should be have there. Okay, so now so here say all the appearance trembling the light of the bindu would possess the 5 colors, and which is embodying the 5 wisdom. That's meaning wake up, everything become colorful. The 5 color, white, red, blue, yellow, green. So that is the representing of 5 wisdom. There are 5 colors. This will be say basic wisdom is with obscurations. This wisdom is naturally there, but obscure. Anger, proud, desire, jealous, and greed. So these 5 poison is negative side 5 poisons. Their essence is 5 wisdom. So this case, our mind very much habit 5 poisons. We wake up with anger. We wake up proud. We wake up desire. We wake up the jealous. We wake up the anger, ignorant. That's why we wake up. That is not the way we wake up. But our mentally adopted this way, we are more our daily, our minds like that. And so that very mind, that very poison is the 5 wisdom. The wisdom is obscured by that poison, and you will not see the wisdom. But you have to determine to bring this wisdom by imagining everything but trembling in the whole world, 5 color light. And then this light is also kind of bindu shape, I believe there. It's kind of drop in the 5 color drop also. That is kind of nowhere come from. This called light, selfless. It's, you know, is it in on primordial light. Light is there, not you bring anything. It's just there. Because I'm poison, it's always there. That obscure me, but this wisdom always there. But now I'm manifesting actual wisdom as the pipe color, like pipe bindu. So that's kind of trembling, and it's all over that. At the center of that, have the Dakkas Dakini. He has a Pao. Pao means Dakkas male. Kando means Dakinis. And that middle of this trembling light of the wisdom, the pipe Dakkas Dakini, lots of rattling damaru, and kind of also kind of bangle, you know, lots of kind of bell and bangles. With that, and sounding the mantra of the one Siddham, this all caused me awakening from my sleep. That's the first time you wake up, you immediately, maybe when you wake up, you are not, naturally, maybe not your mind there, but you try to bring this visualization, this was the instruction I'm giving. When you wake up, try to bring these things in your mind. Everything's pipe color light with pipe drop and trembling around, and center of them has a Dakan, Dakini, Damaru, and Bengal bell. And also this hearing the sound of the one Siddha mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, sounding mantra. And then also the one has wake up from this sound. So that's the way you wake up. Then you can see so this case, we have to saying this prayer also after that. Damaru and Bill have the beating together at that time. I'll let to demonstrate you for later, but now I can just say this. Yenshik Pema June Kadru Choks, meaning Yenshik means that kind of raise assembly of the Dakinis and Guru Pema Sambhava. Gonshin consider all the Tathagata of 3 times and 10 directions. Jijin Chimpo Pema 13 cells. Very venerable Guru Pema Sambhava, Pema 13 cell, which is Guru Pema Sambhava. Come here, this place, all the Dakinis and knowledge also. Shik means your hair is so delightful to look at. It's very charming. So all the ornament or precious ornament are the silly, it's kind of sound like the very, you know, sounds like silly, it's kind of some kind of sound. So this means, but so precious and also being sounding. To do against a tololo, meaning the ornament of the backyard or the what called cemetery. Ornament of the bone is kind of tololo, meaning like 2 bone hit each other, make can sound like tololo like that. You know, this is the sound. Data rolmo mang potiriri ururus. Da meaning sound, rolmo meaning music. Many music and sound is like ururu. So this is how to make the sound. Idam latsu hungda tiriri means that assembly of the idams have sound. The hung is kind of tiriri. It's kind of how to make sound. This is kando denga karchi shikse shik meaning 5 dakinis dance are the shikse shik meaning way they kind of movement, their movement of their dance. They're dancing around. Kingchen po trodung taps. The kingchen is kind of male, kind of dakas. They are also dancing. Taps meaning the way they dance, you know. Mama kando dinner tips. All the dakinis are the crowd like the cloud. Chujun dege leje chukse. All these assembly of the protector, and they can 8 different assembly of the protector are the kind of chukse, meaning that kind of way they are kind of appear there, you know. Shunjin tongge dake silele, meaning the sound of the thousands sound is like shunjin. So this kind of different kind of sound with they 1,000 thunder one time, thundering 1,000 of them together one time is so loud, so terrifying. So that's also so the all the protectors, how they assemble around. In a Puji Tamje Shararas, right side is all the male and duckas in its kind of sharara, means why they're coming to you. In the Mogi Tamje Shararas, also kind of how the female dakinis are the around coming to you. Parna Tamje, Tartu Lapsa, the you know, all this space is like plague. Is, you know, how can they plague? And also the smell of the incense is very much smoke and very much is sweet and pleasant smell. Kandu sound daki tiriri. Dakini secret word is coming like tiriri. Kinchen poi shulu jururus. It's kind of the key in dakas song of the melody is very making how look like jururu, meaning see how do they sing this? Hongin nalumang tiriri. Pegi tageta bu sang. This is not so much meaning, it's the way they are dakinis appear now. Datanduru simjin tamjelas. So all you coming with such different kind of expressions, with different kind of form, different kind of appearance. And so me and all sentient beings, please, you came here to with your mercy and compassion. So this place, come and consider with your compassions. Up until I reach full awakenings, subdue and subside all my obstructor who misleading me from my path. Bestow all the really and ordinary and extraordinary siddhi to bestow on me. So this is the kind of how you say this with the Dhammaru. Korwa dungalgi jam so last sentence says, please, I supplicate you, ocean like samsaric suffering, you liberate all of us. So that is so you have the wake up with this kind of all the kidneys, all the Buddha and Bodhisattvas, all different sound. So you requesting them coming for to liberate you and all sentient being. And only we are appreciated, and we want to be not just entertaining now, but also completely dry up my suffering and all sentient being suffering forever, bring to all being to liberate from the suffering and for everlasting happiness. So that is the way requesting to the how we wake up, what we feel, the sound we feel. So this case, we go back again to the chanting beginning. Move, okay, go down. Go more. Okay, so you can see that again, post page, you can see Nawa Tamji, Ishinga Dengi Title around 2 billion. Oh, Kado Namji Daruta, Yergata, Yitamki, Nada Dobe, Iles Barajo. So that's, you see, that's already have explaining this is this all appearance is, you know, 5 color of the 5 color with the embodiment of 5 wisdom with a drop, you know, bindu, and stumbling. That's in the center of this kind of light. Then dakinis and dakas appear with the you know, Dhammaru and also the Bengal, and it's the sound of the Dham deity's mantra, and you wake up from there. Then what you have to, I'm demonstrating you now this Damaru. I'm beating the Damaru. I don't know you seeing my picture, but you can see now. You can show my picture completely. People, okay, people can see that. So up to they finish their line, then you can say, the text now. Text. So now we have to do the Damaru and Bell together. So these are the demonstration. I don't know, you can follow, but you have Damaru Bell, you can do this way. If not, then just read it that slowly. Go back again, I can read it slowly because I don't think everybody can follow this. With the Bell and Damaru, we can make. They say we don't have the instrument. So in that case, you just say, now beginning with you wake up immediately, set where you are. Now okay, I have to slow down. Now Pao Kado Namji Daro Tang Yerga Tang Idamji Ngagdan Dobe Nile Seba. This is I'm repeating already twice. So up here is like color bindu, which is actual wisdom. So it's center of this color and bindu, and the dakini is in dakas, and beating damaru and bangling bell, and once idam, whatever idam you have, you can hear the idam deity's mantra sounding, and through this wake you up. So that's what you're thinking now, not like wake up by scaring dream or something, thinking of your job, but rather you can think this way, wake up you from. So then immediately you grab your Damaru bell if you want to. Otherwise, you can just say this slowly. Datan Romo Mangbo Woro Idam Hatsu Honda Tere Kando Denga and Karche Shikse King Jen Bo Shulo Juro Ro. You come it's way down, so we have
Mamo control, I think.
King Jane Bow Tapse Mamo Condo Tintra Tipse Chejun de Ye Leje Chukse Chuk Shuchen Tonki Dake Sile Ene Puju Tamje Sharar Ena Muju Tamje Sharar Parna Tamje Tatu Lapse Lap Bishim Duge Nede Tolo Kondo Sawe Dake Tere King Jane Bow Shulo Juro Onge Nalo Mambo Tere Pege Dake Tabo Sangsesa Dadan Dodo Simje Tamjel Tukji Zigla Nedre Sheksos Nedre Tukji Gongde Sheknega Dage Jangju Ningbo Matop Gegdan Logden Parche Tilwat Chokdan Tumongo So Korwa Dungalgi Janzole so this way you just read without instrument. So these texts are this just we have Damaru Bill. This is a text come from the Guru Rinpoche treasures, and we use that, so here says the so he Tsogel Guru Rinpoche concert, Tibetan concert, he Tsogel Guru Rinpoche taught her, saying, you supplicated and yearn like this. You Tsogel, so she Guru Rinpoche name her name, say you should be supplicate such way. So this is kind of there's more to say there, but they didn't put everything here. But the text is borrowed from the Guru Rinpoche text. We call Liu Dharma, and there's 7 different stages of the kind of prayer, lineage of Dzogchen, all these things. This is the one part, and that is they borrow from there or took out from that text, put here to use this purpose, And so that is the kind of short in the say Tsogel Tetra Mebe Soa Top. So the Guru Rinpoche says, Tsogel, you should supplicate like this. So that is all there here, but there's more to say that, but it's not here now. So now what do you do next after this? Lutang Pursangs. So I did say to Lama Chain to we need something to show and demonstrate how your body should be. So now no one here to help me. If I sit down, someone have to help me to wake and stand up. I cannot do it. But you can show my picture there. I can just demonstrate it from here.
But now you see yourself.
I see my picture. Yes, I see my picture. Yes. Yeah, this will be do it, but I'm even not seeing all state. Look like that's much we can do, I guess, today. So, so this one I have to display for some reason. So that's a little bit okay. So I'll do this much. Now, nothing you can too much here. You can go back the text now, or this will be mess up everything.
But if we go to the text, we can't see you.
Okay, so we make, hold on, but I can explaining, then I can make the position.
Okay.
Lutang Pursangs, here it means your body should be very straight. Lungro lensum cell means 3 times clear your dead winds. So I want to show that one because that's maybe important. But I don't know how important. Might be my case not avoiding the sequence. So now we have to have Lutang Pursangs, and that I want to show how to steady your body. But you can go back to my picture again. I don't know how now again. Okay, so come back. Someone doing something there. So, okay, so this much I can do my picture. Show me a whole So this case, you have to see my hand, but my hand is not able to see. And so anyway, I can show simply. So now you are hands, it's kind of 7 Vajrayana position we call. That is the position I'm staying here. Try to. This will so Kyungpo Dorji Kiltung, meaning that your 2 feet will be lotus positions. Lani Nyamja, meaning 2 hands have to equipoise, means sit at, I think left down, right at the top of the hand, and you put down as like normal meditation positions. Then Galsi Datar Sangwa, meaning that your backbone very straight like arrow, not like crinkling like right or bending. So you have to state your, everybody not able to do it, right? Just demonstrating you. But that's supposed to do like your back state, like arrow, not have bending or crinkling, but state. Pungpa Geshitar Dingpa means that 2 shoulder like this, like, wing of the eagle. When eagle flying, he has a very state, he's 2 shoulders. So that shoulders, I'm showing a little bit here. I don't know, you see that. Pungpa Geshitar Dingpas. Dimpra Yitam Kupa means that your throat has bend a little bit, not too bending too much, but a little bit bended. Then che chula, che kenla tawa, meaning that then your tongue, you touch and roof of your mouth. And your mouth is not fully opening, but not be closing also. Make natri tawa, meaning that your eye looking tip of your nose. So this is a 7 different stage called 7 Vajrayana positions. So now, so then you have left hand, you put in your in the knee, left knee, and then bring back your left hand, and then you circling your finger, then you make it close to left nose, blowing all the wind from the right nose. So again, your right hand, close your right nose. Now you blow in both nose, and your both hand is under your knee. So these 3 are making the dead wind, we call. But that's kind of winds not cleaning in our body. Because what we do is speech, mind, body, negativity, especially emotionally, mentally, all this inside our wind, that wind in the body make our mind become very agitated and confused, emotions, unstable. So that's happening. So because of the wind is there, not life, wind is death, we call. So that makes this wisdom not allowed to come into our mind. It's kind of blocking our wisdom. So when you blowing closing left hand in the left nose, blowing from the right nose. So that case, you have all this anger since the beginning last time that obscure our wind, obstructing our realization. That's all you blowing out, all the dead wind from the left, closing left and blowing out from that, your right hand, nose. And when you breathing in, also that time also Buddha's all the bodily blessing, wisdom body's blessing, you breathing in with the very bright and shining white light, breathing in and dissolve into your back in your body with the right channel to go to in the middle channels. Then again, you closing your right hand, right nose by the right hand finger, and then you blow out all the wind from the left nostril. So all the desires since beginning last time obscure our mind are completely blowing out. The breathing in all the Buddha's speech, pure, elegant wisdom speech. Breathing in the light of the red color, bright shining is through your left nostril, left nostril in your left channel to in the center channels. Then your two hands on your knee, rest position the same. Then again you breathing, you breathe one time as we before one breathing. That time, since the beginning last time, stupidity, obscure, defile, then wind become very dirty there. So these all you blown out from the both nostrils very strongly, and then that time the black light, the dark black come out, and you blow out all these caused by ignorance, completely clean, clear. Then you bring all Buddha's mental pure wisdom gathering from all the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. You bring in your nostril, both nostrils go into your both channel, left and the right channel, go inside the central channel, our dhoti we call central channel. Then you have all the dead winds clean and clear. Then you have wisdom wind, help bring, clear your mind and your visualization, concentration, anything you do in mentally, very bright and very clean, clear. So that is what you received in blessing by this. So that is the kind of visualization for this. When you, this is you have to do after the Dakini has, so when you wake up from the sounds, everything, then you silently do this. So this is a, you have question, we can see anything, but that's much I can do now. But we can, I could show if I have more helper and I can sit to ground. I have some big, nice, we have the question here, some Kagyu Rinpoche lab there, but we don't have the mic camera that doesn't fit me there. Somewhat we didn't get this together this time. So this much I can show you now. So after you doing that, kiga ne sumnepa miss doa mikwa mebo shi temperaturelas. So now up to that you see all the phenomenon. Nature is not born, not impeded, not abided. So these three, not born, not abided, not impeded. Not come, not goings. Thinking all of them has non-referential. There's nothing really to the focus, no focus. So this you have to remembering this. You recall this. Everything is like unborn, unimpeded, unabided, not come, not going. But there's no mental can focus. There's no object to focus. So kind of try to say everything's empty, not really inherent existence. Temperature, meaning just remembering that. Then after that, so then let your awareness to focus on in space. So that means your mind, like space, boundless and deepless. Within the undiscursive thought, relax as much you can. You can't dispel all the mental disturbance or mental obscurations. Rikpa, Tanik Chis means that Rikpa means your mind or awareness not have any kind of defect by outside temporary afflictions. That means your pure awareness, intensing awareness, pure without covering anything artificial there. So this kind of more have to be do your mind go back to the state of where there belongs, where it was that state. Toksu Chukur Char means that every thought is appeared to Dharmakaya. Within that, one's body become idam that body. So idam body, I say some cherezi, you can make cherezi. So whatever your idam is, some people may be practicing different things. Whatever you daily focus your deities, that deities you to bring in your mind now. And then also this is also manner of this, my deity's body, I am deity's body. The manner of the deity's body is like illusions. Juma meaning like mirage. Idam Thaku meaning the deities of the ones Idam, whatever deities you're practicing. Jume Chulche meaning the Juma meaning the kind of mirage, miracle. So something you appear but not real. And so that's kind of, I appear to deities, my Idam deities, but not real. It's just like mirage. Mirage meaning that hard sun shining in the sand. The sand get hit. And far away people can see that place, it's coming water there. But actually there's not water caused by the sun and heat in the sand. Sun heat and then a sand heat together get some kind of mirage, that look like something there, which is look like water there, but there's no water. Similar that, through your focus, you visualize the deities, but actually there's no deities there, yet appear there. Not same time, not there also. So that kind of manner you appeared as yourself as deities. So as much one can, you try to focus your mind and clarify your mind on the deities. Now what I'm just into self tell us. So this kind of saying is all the appearance is like nature of the deities. That means whatever appear there, whatever appear, all is deities. Nature of the deities. So with that kind of attitude to bring your mind, this is nothing reading, you have to thinking. Then you can say Simjen Tamje, Koremelna, Dangbor Jurchi. So then you can saying this, yes, and this have to say. You have to say actually, Simjen Tamje, Koremelna, Dangbor Jurchi. Meaning the may raise all sentient beings, samsaric bed, bedroom where you sleep. Mel meaning the bed means where you sleep, that we call bed, right? Mel. So sentient beings are the samsaric bed, or sleeping in the samsara. Samsara is their bed. But Akim now he says, wake up from samsaric bed, all sentient beings. So that is when you say the word, then try to motivate it and cultivate that. And all being has wake up from samsara, where you're sleeping in samsaric bed, meaning you are sleeping with anger, jealous, greed, proud, hope, doubt, all these things. What happened tomorrow? Good, I'm getting perfect, or I'm losing, I'm suffer, I'm happy, unhappy, those kind of samsara continuation of your mind. That is a samsaric bed. So saying from that bed, you wake up now. It's not really there. You just hallucinate to yourself. You're dreaming there. Wake up from your dream. So that's what saying, the praying that. I remembering this, you also say, Sanje Chiki Kutobar Jurche is another sentence missing look like. So that was, I remembering it's my memory saying there's something, another word. And now I don't see the people have picture and I have a copy and all that. I remembering my word. And so my things, Simchen Tamje Kolumen and Dangbor Jurche, Sanje Chiki Kutobar Jurche. So then all sentient beings wake up from samsaric bed. Sanje Chiki Kutobar Jurche, meaning the may all beings attain Buddha's body of Dharmakaya. So that's what saying. It's not here now. So that maybe we research. I thought my memory come. And maybe I can ask some other retreat and they may see something more. But someone is not there. But this is look like it's not there. But last time I look at, right now I just remember come. Maybe I'm on my retreats, so maybe 60 years ago, a long time my retreats. So still I remembering this is interested that too. So anyway, I will find out this. But anyway, meantime you use this one, that's fine. So next says as a Pitruna Floricharvi, then they decores. This kind of making dependent origination of all the appearance as appear to deities. You all be wonderment and illusion appearing as the deities. This kind of cause future to appearing that. So that is the way what we saying this now, praying this. So the next one is the Kyungpo Naljor has specifically a pith instruction come from Kyungpo Naljor, where one of the Shangpa Kagyus, main yogi who bring the Shangpa Kagyu tradition in Tibet. From his fifth instruction, he's giving another one. So this is kind of very useful. Can you read Rani Idam has 8 things? So that's now one step is Idam deities. And then up to one step as deities clearly appearing, then our deities in tongue, on the tongue of the deities, have letter R. the A change into mundis. On the mundis have letter A white one and blazing rays of color. So in front from the A, from the right, put left to right, Yang Yik, meaning the this Yang Yik, in the Yang Yik, meaning the A-I-E-O, like that. And the Jab Selje, meaning Kakakaganga, this one, and this so on. So we did this in front, in the one step, Yidam deities and mundis on the tongue, and then wait blazings, and then in front letter beginnings. That Yang Yi means that so those kind of bowl you have round this and then second round and behind that have selje meaning kakakaganga tata dana Baba Bama Yarala Shakasa Haja Soha Engur meaning that go to left round, right to left round. And that Selje is Yangi is white, Selje is red. And in the round, next round will be have Dendel Ningbu. So Dendel Ningbu is kind of there's my head to Tawa, head and the Kenta Takata hair, the Tickens and the body, my Sherman, I saw that go left to right. Actually, they're going to the letter color is the kind of blue, and rays of light radiate, and all the three root Lama Idam deities, and three Buddha Dharma Sangha, three jewel. By they all their blessing, deities and mantra, rays of light gathering and condense, and that light go to again to all these Brahma, very powerful knowledge holder beings. Tangsung meaning the kind of very Brahmanic. Dendup meaning that if they say something, everything becomes true. Those called Dendup, Dembardrupa, meaning that true, what they say will come. All their power, ability, strength, dissolve into tongue, gather with all this manner of this, all this letter, dissolve into the ongs and tongues. So that's mantra all we reciting now. Idam gi langa shamtu, meaning say, first you say the ones Idam deities mantra. You say Om Mani Padme Hum, or otherwise you can say any deities that you are Idam. Then Om Mani Padme Hum, Om A I U Re Re Le Le E O Ang A. That's called Yang Yi. Before you know it, that is the first letter, white letter. And then around second round, Kakaka Ganga Tata Dana Tata Dana Tata Dana Papa Bama Yaralawa Shagasa Haja Sowa. That's called Selje. One letter is Om, which is a kind of left to right going around. That's called Selje. Its color is white. And then next one called Selje. And that is Selje. You letter color is the red from right to left around going on. And then also the next mantra called Yadharma Yadu Tabawa Hitan de Kenta Tagaza Badima Sharamanai Soa. Let's go to left to right. Young cell Tenying, so the last one called Tenying of Yadharma Yadu Tabawa Hitan de Kenta Tagaza Badima Sharamanai Soa. And this letter have all these Buddha's teaching condensed in this my last ones. So that's the mantra you're visualizing, your Yidam deities and your tongue of the Yidam deities have mantras posed yang yik. Oma yi uriram kaka ganga tzaza kaka ga or really lily. A e u really lily o ang as. So that is a selje. Colors are white, turning left to right. Kaka ganga tzaza zanya tata dana tata dana papa baba mayara lawai shaka haja soha. That's called selje. Letter color is the red, turning from right to left. The next one called tenying. Umyadar my head to Tawawa, Hitende Kenta Tagata, had the Tiggins on the body, my Sharamana Soha. Color is the blue, turning from left to right. So around your tongue in this case. So this will be all these your rays of light coming from this mantra, gathering all the blessing and the mantra and deities, all these great enlightened beings who has the power, like Buddha and Bodhisattvas. Those all these their ability blessings are radiate light. You radiate from your tongue and get to them, and they sending all their ability, power, the mantra and the blessing, bring back to your tongue, so their white, red and the blue, that's coming to yours through the speech, mind, body, with the blessing of the speech, mind, body gathering there. That make your power of your speech is very, very elegant, powerful, beneficial. So that's why we say this mantra, and you saw this one. And also called next one is, so this is continue, you can move on down. Now we can, next one is, this mantra you can say 3 times, 7 times, or 21 times. You recite according to your leisure. So the next one is like mantra, blessing of your mala, the way you are counting now. Next, Allah Tims. So this let the mantra rosary with the mundus, stage by stage, emerge into the dissolve in the and this also become nectar of the white, red, and the blue. Then that also dissolve into your tongue. But your tongue's ability become very powerful. So you pray in Daki Temple shows, my organ of tongues, may I have the full power of the all Tathagatas. By the power of this brilliant and word, I subdue all sentient beings. Whatever word I speak, move down. Whatever is whatever word comes my mouth, may all these things become accomplished and become true. This is kind of in general, special from Guru Rinpoche and Patamba Sangye. He specifically for the practitioner, and he advising this must do your the mantra, your teachings, whatever you say, become very powerful, greatly benefit many beings. So this by the spoken by the Tampa Sangye and Guru Pema Sambhava. And next one is Jurunga, meaning the kind of multiplying your mantra by this mantra of the multiplying mantra. Rigmang, Chokling. So many of this mantra, but there's very difficult. You can do all of them. Here it says, at least you can see Om Sambara, Sambara, Bimana Sarama, Zamba Hong. Om Samara, Samara, Bimana Karama, Zawa Hong. You can say this. She tell me landing so this also you can recite it. Many as you can, this will be they multiply your mantra. Any word you say, this will be very powerful for benefit sentient beings. So she tell me landing this 3 times you recite this Om Samara Samara Bimana Saraman Zawa Hong. Zamba Hong, Samara, Samara, Bimana Karama, Zawa Hong. So you can recite this one. And then also you recite Omruchi Ramani, Tamar Danaye Soha, Hung Badrajaha, Mantra, Dara, Barba Ni, Om. So this you can recite this 7 times or 3 times as your leisure. And they recite that way. The mantra you recite, 1 mantra can be 100,000 become multiplying. Idam ki debe tomar deta yangsal tenin che debe tengwa che laptang. So that's now the recitation of the mantra of the deities, idam deities. Beginning, you say this bowl and continent we call selje and yang. Yang means bowl actually, no? And then the cell means that continent. Tenying is a Dharma. So these 3 things together you recite continually. So all they decided. This will be bless your mala also. When you bless your mala, you bless. But every morning before you start counting your mala, before you idam in deity sadhana, you have to do that too. Practice in a retreat, 3-year retreat. Kapsu kaze lang tap. If you can, this mantra you recite, blow in your fruit, and that will be very beneficial. Food become more powerful, beneficial, come from the food eating. So this was saying too. So that's just kind of by the way. So this is kind of morning yoga is morning. Dharma nature is called this together. We call Dharma nature, waking yoga. We call. From now up to that, we have session yoga, the Depi nature, or you go into sadhana, perform, and then you recite mantra, dismiss, reappear again, dedicate. That's called, sometimes we call high nature, Depi nature, Nyamjaki nature. So that's kind of, you call many yoga, yogi, and yoga. That means Nyamjak nature means Kyungpo is yoga, meaning Kyungpo is in your mind to stay to the 2 nature. And also high nature, we call it yoga, meditation, deities, you visualizing deities. Sometimes we use Ngaki nature, Ngaki Devi nature, it's called yoga of the recitation mantra while reciting mantra. So this next one is that's yoga, So, of course, up to this, then retreat, they go to Namjam, then go to the bathing yoga also too. But working yoga is completely finishing here. So I don't know how much you're getting from this. If you do, it greatly benefit. But maybe some, I don't know how much you have leisure. Morning you wake up, you have to change your diaper of your child instead of taking your waking yoga. Otherwise, you have to walk into, you're too late, you go to walk, you're late to walk, you have to run to get backwards and go. So I don't know, you have time for this. But if you do this when you go retreat, and 3-year retreat, of course, they teach by the teacher, you would have to do that. If just for 1 week retreat, weekend retreat, morning early, you do this 1 time, so whole day your practice become unusually beneficial, very much useful. Yes. So I don't know my time allow me to more or what? I'm chewing.
Rinpoche, it's almost 4 p.m. But of course, if you have time, Rinpoche, and if anybody has questions, maybe we have time for 1 or 2 questions.
No problem. Yes.
One person says, is it possible for us to receive the text you are using? So she just asked in the channel.
Okay. Question is, can we use this text? Yes, right?
Yes, that's the question.
Why not? So that's the reason we printed.
So I will.
We want to use.
Rinpoche, maybe we could do a little bit of correction before I post the YouTube and the text together, like after 1 or 2 days. So I'll answer, but yes, I will post this and make it publicly available, and I'll post on the kdk.org webpage so that you can have both the text and these teachings alongside. So she said, thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions? Maybe give people a moment because they
yeah, there's little complicated things, but what people request I have to teach, and I know this too much for them. But you cannot say this too much or difficult. You have to engage. You have to learn. You have to get used to be exposed yourself. Okay.
Now there is a flood of questions.
Okay.
So I'll go one at a time. So Yesha asks, so the 3 mantra circles appear and dissolve one at a time. I guess that's her question. Do the 3 mantra circles appear and dissolve one at a time?
Appear to together, because you have to mix. Of course, you really one line round. The is central in the tongue, The fourth circle is go really the fourth circle. Then go kakaka ganga dana from the right to the left. The color is red, and that was second round. And then again, third one. The Mahashramana saw this the blue color, but that go to left to right. Yes. So these were there together. Then when dissolve into the dissolved in the tongue. And then that your tongue have the receiving the blessing up to dissolving. That question come okay?
I hope so.
Answer okay. They can repeat. It doesn't get certified. I'll be then I will clarify them. Okay.
She said yes, or he or she. Yesha said yes, thanks.
Okay.
He said thank you. So the next question is, can we do the breathing and visualization without the text if we don't have enough time?
Yeah, we can. Why not? Why not? You can do that because that is the kind of not. In this case, we need all these things sequence that. But I don't see why not. Because this is the kind of always clarifying our dead wings anytime is good, especially morning. Yeah, I think so. It's okay. I would say yes. I don't think there's a problem there.
Okay. The next question, Barbara Bander asks, how do we end the practice?
Yeah, ending in the last kind of rosary mala blessings. Last time, so there's a mantra that will be ending there. That actually normally not ending there. Then start you do some kind of bathing yoga. You have to make some another sadhana. Then go to bathe So you have to do the yoga too there too, breathing yogas. But you want to stop right there, it's okay, because that's still you have gathered in the blessing. So you recite mantra, and anything you say something good things to people, and this very powerful, beneficial for them. Especially recite mantra, you blow the animal, blow your food, all these things, very helpful. Yes. So you can, dedication may be necessary. Up to that, you did a good job, good deed. So there's some have accumulate lots of good deed. The good deed to dedicate some kind of dedication, like dedication, if you know MAO, short diligent prayer, or otherwise Sunamdi, something like that, Jampo or something like that, you know. So dedication prayer be good to be stopped there. Yes.
Okay, Barbara, that answers your question? I think so.
And any question you have doubt, you repeat, I can go see, I can make more, okay?
Okay. And Felicia says, she says, this seems like a medicine Buddha practice in some way, in that it's like the medicine Buddha practice has a strong physical effect. But I don't think that's a question. I don't know if that's a question or just a comment. So,
yeah, I think so. That's if you're familiar, this may be useful. But she has more familiar medicine Buddha. I think I will say the same thing. I know this practice, I get benefit. I have been practicing, so therefore my practice is better than new one. A new one I'm not started yet. I'm just hearing this. I don't see the benefits there. So therefore, that good way, the understandings, whatever you familiar, that practice is good for you. Keep doing it that all the time. Don't change too much. So this will be helpful when you need it. And you see the new thing, you try to jump in new thing, before you experience, depend you alone and get experience, something happening that's not useful for you. So whatever useful, you normally you stick that practice, very good. This is good way to question. Maybe that's not the question, but I'll be agree with that.
Felicia says, thank you.
Okay.
And James Borges has one question. He says, I am slightly dyslexic. Is the left side anger white, the right side anger red, and both blue for stupidity? That's his question.
What is that?
He says,
okay.
He says he's slightly dyslexic. So he wanted to confirm the left side is white and anger. I believe he's asking about the clearing of the dead winds. I believe so.
It's mantra. He's talking on the mantra, right?
He's talking about the left, right, and both nostrils, I believe.
Oh, so, nostril.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Yeah. Good. Maybe clarify the question. I can see that good question maybe there.
Mm-hmm. So he says the left side is white anger, right side anger red, and both are stupidity blue. So that's his question.
Yes, I think so the anger is white. He's right. Compassion's form, and desire is red. Left is right. And then both nostril is blue, which is a combination of everything. Did you answer with that?
James, is that okay?
He can
yes.
refresh his question. Okay, sometimes I have to understand the question to me to explain the answer, you know? That's so, okay?
So he says anger is white, and so he's just repeating what you just taught.
Yes.
So, okay.
Anger is white, desire is red, ignorance blue. That's normal.
Okay. He says, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think that's all questions we have right now.
Good. I think so. Maybe if you have no question, that's the time for me to resign from here.
Maybe.
I don't mind, make anything clarity you need it. You have, you don't have to hesitate. Any question you ask. If I know, I'll do my best to explaining to you. If I don't know, I can say, find some book or late to me to think about to answer that. So that will be okay to me. You to ask question, no problem. But if you not question, that's be good too. I'm happy with that.
Lisa and Rhoda are both saying thank you, Rinpoche, and they're saying thank you. So
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Then Kati says, thank you, Rinpoche. It's such a blessing to have your teachings. Thank you, Lama Chewing, for facilitating. John Kelsey says, thank you, Lama. Long life and great blessings.
Thank you very much. I hope to stay in long life. I don't know my feet will stay in long life, but I try to my best. I like to stay longer for sure. Everyone would like to stay longer. But the time comes, I don't mind too.
Okay, then. I think
all right.
Maybe we just leave the Kyungpo Naljor dedication.
Yes, I think that's fine. Yes.
Okay. Kusum Kenjo Chogi Lama Nadam Yedam Kando Jekun Aso Kun Zewe Ngowe Pantu Kewa Dedang Kewa Jen Dagi Lunya Izum Kapo Kewa Chige Semshen Tunge Engage Nyamo Lamdo Longyo She Nawa Ando Dogyo She Kusum Rana Negyo She Randun Chuko Dogyo Jendun Suko Nami Ki Shisi Kowa Maton Drodun Chinle Rapke Kanla Teton Shendun Lapchen Shi Duja Dula Tekyo Shi Tendra Tapla Kegyo Shi Drose Dondan Dengyo Shi Kuwe Gatso Kongyo Shi Osa Chuku Gyo Shi Tuzum Sangye Tamje Ngowa Sepa Jijin Dagi Ngowa Tukyo Shi Shizi Sangye Maton Riksan Neme Ambo Teten Shashin Chuchu Kungi Kuwa Dagyo Shi Redo Tamshe Kongwa Sho Shanshu Nando Dagyo Se Nedong Dendong Genang Midang Zhenzen Simbo Shuwa Shi Nopa So Tamshe Shiwa Nigyo Sedang Sonam Dawa Peldan Chopa Kegyo Ne Nendra Namka Namgyo Shik Lunya Yeke Shije Senchen Kowe Gatso Topa Dan Sope Sanye Topa Sho Sonam Di Tamje Sepa Tone Nepe Pranam Pamjen Kege Nache Pala Tupai Sipe Zole Tuwa Sho Shangpa Pawa Sheta Kyungpo Zambo Dayan Dejen Tera Kungi Jaso Dalo Gewa Tera Tamse Ratun Yewa
Yawa
diye
di
kawo
nyato,
sonam
yin
yeshe
sena mi
sozo
che zote.
sonam
Sena
yeshe
ili
le
je le
shun
yon we
tamba
tangwa kunye.
kunye toba sho sanye kusum nebe
Nyebe jinla
janadan
dan
shunye
jini.
nigye dembe janadan Gendo
Yude
meche
meje
tumbe
dembe jana.
janabdi jeta
Chedra
nyowa
ngawa
munan
nana
tuba
tuba.
sho.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Rinpoche.
everyone.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you.
Rinpoche.
Good night.
Thank you, Lama Rinpoche.
Thank you.
Thank you,
all of you.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Okay, real quick
Thank
announcement.
you. Thank you, Dolores. Okay.
Real
Thank
quick.
you, Jim Briggs. So I see the name. So go ahead, Lama Ching.
Just a quick announcement that Rinpoche is going on teaching tour for the next 2 months, and then KDK will host the Mahakala, Losar Mahakala practice in February, and that flyer is on the KDK website. And I just want to remind everybody that we will be, the schedule at KDK resumes in February, just to remind. So Rinpoche, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lama Ching. You are hard work. You are the one who providing this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Lamina.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Love to all, Sanjinde.